Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do another special video for you guys. I'm going to be testing out the new Morphe foundation. So I ordered this in 2 shades and today I thought I would try it on and do a wear test. So I'll film this bit and then later on I will film what it looks like after wearing it all day. So if you want to see my thoughts on this foundation, then keep watching. Okay, so I have the foundation in 2 different colours because I wasn't too sure what shade I would be. So I've got F2.1 and F1.5. Now it claims to be a 24-hour long wear foundation, sweat proof, transfer resistant and water resistant, free of oils, fragrance and parabens, and great for all skin types. So I'm going to be testing this out throughout the day, going about my business and doing everything I need to, and I want to see whether it actually does what it says it should do. It's also meant to be a soft matte foundation, and I really like matte foundations, obviously. It says it's a full coverage foundation, which I really hope it is. So I'm going to find out what shade I am, because it's really hard to tell, because I found out that the colour that's on here is not the colour that it's inside that's actually painted on. So I'm going to test both of these and hopefully one of them matches. So that is, I think it's F1.5, and then we're going to put F2.1 on. This one looks a little bit darker. Oh, 1.5. This one looks way too dark. And that's, what's that, F2, 2.1. I think it's going to be F1.5. This one is way too orange for my skin. So I'm going to do everything my usual way. So I'm going to prime it with the Tarte Smoothing Base Primer. And just put this in the T-zone and on my cheeks, like I would with any of my other foundations. And this just gives it a good chance of staying to my skin, and I can judge the foundation and not have my skin interfering with it. It'd be nice to see whether this one actually compares to my Laura Mercier, which is my #1 favourite foundation. And it's a lot, this one is a lot cheaper. It's, I think it's £16 compared to £35 for the Laura Mercier. So if it compares, maybe this will be my new sort of go-to foundation. Right. So I'm going to take F1.5 on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take my Morphe sponge, which is damp, and just blend it into my skin. Now I haven't actually watched any reviews on this foundation, so this is a first impressions on how this goes. It smells weird. So it looks like it blends in really nicely into the skin. And it's a really good colour match. It's definitely full coverage. I'm not keen on a squeezy tube. I feel like it's gonna be dirty because I'm wiping it on the back of my hand. And also I feel like I'm gonna miss out on a lot of product because of it being a squeezy tube. And I'd prefer to see the colour of the foundation, like this actually being foundation. That would make it a lot easier. So that is all blended into the skin, and on my very first impression, I absolutely love this. It's seamlessly blended. If I come zoom you in, oh, wrong way. It's seamlessly blended. It hasn't sort of clung to any areas on my face. And this, it looks really... So on first impressions, I love this foundation. It's blended seamlessly into my skin. It hasn't clung to any of my problem areas. And it's actually given me like the coverage of my Laura Mercier. But obviously we'll have to see how it goes through the day. I'm going to go off camera and do my eyebrows. And then I'll be back to do the concealer to see how that layers on top. And also finish off with the powder. See you in a second. Okay, so I've got my eyebrows on. I've also put concealer around them just to carve them out. Maybe I need to blend this bit up a bit more. So now I'm going to conceal under my eyes because I have such bad bags at the moment. So I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape and I'm going to just put this in a triangle under my eyes. Like so. I'm not going to put it anywhere else because I know it's just going to probably drag up the makeup and it's just going to really annoy me today. So I'm just going to blend this out using that same Morphe sponge. Just kind of blanking out those under eyes. It seems to be blending in seamlessly. I'm very happy with this. I don't change my foundations a lot. I've been stuck with the same Laura Mercier foundation for like, I think the past 6 months. And I don't really go out of my comfort zone. But this foundation, for the price of it, is close to the Laura Mercier in like coverage and just feel on the skin. Like it feels really lightweight. Like it doesn't feel like you've got like masses of makeup on. Which I love. As much as I love that full coverage look, having masses of foundation on my face is not what I like. I like it to be full coverage but have that like sort of still like skin like, and it all moves and it doesn't like crust, which is what this foundation is doing for me at the moment. Obviously we're going to see how like powder layers on top and how everything sort of layers up on top of it. But so far I feel like this foundation could be my new go-to, like, and then use Laura Mercier for like special events. But who knows, we'll have to see how it like lasts and whether it like breaks up through the day, whether I end up like really sweaty. My nose does not like having anything on it. That's the one problem I have. I like having a complete blank canvas, 100%. That is how I like my style. I'd love to be able to do like natural looking makeup, but I don't think that's ever going to be me. I've always had full coverage makeup. Even when I was at school, when I wasn't really allowed to wear a lot of makeup, I still went for the highest coverage foundation I could get. Okay, that is all blended in. Now I'm going to take my Rimmel London Match Perfection powder. Now I'm just going to dab out under my eyes once more just to make sure there's no creases or anything. And there's no like harsh lines where it hasn't all blended together. And then I'm going to take the other side and I'm just going to do my usual of baking under my eyes. Getting powder absolutely everywhere. Well, this sponge, I know it's not, this isn't about the sponge today, it's about the foundation, but this sponge is amazing for blending out foundation, but for putting powder under the eyes, it's too hard. It doesn't press it into the skin as much as it should. I am loving this foundation. I didn't think I would. I was really nervous because I thought it was going to end up the same as the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, which just broke up everywhere. It did not blend out how I'd like it to. But it's oxidised a little bit, which most foundations do, but it hasn't oxidised as much as I thought it would, being that it's a like cheaper foundation. not a cheap foundation still, but cheaper. It seems to have just sort of settled nicely onto the skin, given that flawless base. Obviously I've got one more powder to go in with, because I always have. I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. I really love this powder. It's just so finely milled that when you put it on, it just creates that veil of perfection over the top of everything. And I didn't actually need as much of this foundation as I do when I put on my Laura Mercier. I probably don't need as much of my Laura Mercier as I put on, but that is just a habit that I've got into for some reason. Now, I did buy this powder just for under my eyes, but because I am actually quite pale, it matches everything else and makes it all blend seamlessly. I do go in with more concentrated powder under my eyes. Okay, so this is all powdered down. I love the way this feels on my skin. It's not heavy, it's not collecting anywhere. If I zoom you in a bit, I will show you. See how it's actually covered everything? It's just, oh, it's so nice. I love it. And it's not matching here. So it's actually matching my neck, which is a bonus because I can never get things to match my neck and sort of my face, because my face is a lot pinker than the rest of my body. But yeah, on my first ever impression, love this foundation. I've obviously got to see how other products go onto my skin, whether it affects any of the powders, so whether anything blends in differently, whether anything settles differently. So I'm going to go back off camera, I'm going to finish the rest of my skin, finish all my makeup, and then I'll be back on to give my final verdict and tell you what I think. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so I've done all my makeup, the eyeshadow, the powders, everything went on so seamlessly. I feel like it looks very natural. I hate the fact this light is very harsh. It just looks very natural. Obviously the eyes aren't, but there you go. It sits on the skin so nicely. Everything blended in the same way it did with my Laura Mercier. Nothing has clung anywhere, nothing has looked weird other than the eyes. But I like them. But yeah, so my final verdict is I love this foundation at the moment. I'm obviously going to check in with you guys at the end of the day, so I'll probably be wearing this for about 12 hours. But obviously it's a 24-hour wear foundation, so if it lasts the 12 hours, maybe I'll do a 24-hour test. Let me know. I'll see you later. Hi guys, so everything's changed around. I've changed the outfit, everything like that. It is now the end of the day. I've been wearing this makeup for probably about 13 hours now. I've hit that wall where I'm just really tired. So I'm just going to give you a quick summary of what I think. I think this foundation is amazing. For the price that you're paying, £16, I would say yes. I haven't used setting spray at all today since I've run out. And it hasn't really creased. It's a little bit shiny, but I'm very oily. It kind of come off a little bit, but that's just wear and tear. Oh, I really can't, I'm so tired. Long day. So yeah, overall I would say this is a big thumbs up, probably one I'll add to my collection. I'll obviously try it again and I'll let you guys know if there's any problems that I've come across, because I like a foundation once and sometimes after a couple of wears I kind of find the flaws in it. But for a first impression, for a first time of wearing this, big thumbs up from me. I haven't looked at any other reviews, so I don't know what other people have any problems with this. This foundation is a big winner for me. So don't forget to like this video if you enjoy me doing like reviews, and subscribe down below to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. Also comment any other videos you want to see me do, and I will see you in my next video once I've had a good rest. And I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye guys.